What you been up to, my dog?
Listen, bro. Surviving the new world order, man.
Surviving.
Yeah, you already know. Different these days, bro.
Different, boy.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something I thought about the other day. I thought about, I done work with a lot of people.
Right.
And I realized that I needed to niche down a little bit. What I mean by niche down is like, look at you ever seen like how businesses do spreadsheets? Mm-hmm. Look at the chart. You see where you lacking. You see where you need to be up some. Right. Bro, I've been looking at these charts, bro. I done pull out the spreadsheet, homeboy, right. And I don't like how the product is. I don't like what's going on. The supply demand curve ain't right. So where I'm at now is the youth, bro. Like strictly, like I decided that like for the next 3 months, I just want to at least go on a press to change, to mentor, to just keep on putting positivity out there for our boys. Right. With this whole corona situation, if you already had a stressed relationship with a teenager, or if you was already going through something with your children, or if your baby mama was on some shit before, if your baby daddy was on some shit before, corona tested it. Right, for sure. Corona tested it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know what you got. For sure. That's how you know what you got. So I was sitting down and I was pondering, bro, and I was like, you know what? I watched my son go through some serious changes with this coronavirus thing. From him, getting a little lethargic, gaining a little weight. He was on some stuff like just discovering the chicks, but he was, like he wasn't doing nothing crazy. He just getting to mingle and learning how to talk. And I feel like the teens and the younger kids have gone through a change, a pain, a hurt that we not necessarily identifying with as adults. We kind of just keep moving through sometimes, but we don't really stop to be like, yo, are you really all right? You know what I'm saying?
I think one of the problems, or definitely an issue, and it's kind of a recurring trend. It's always overlooked. As adults, we kind of look back at the kids and say like, "Oh, y'all got it soft. Y'all got it privileged. So y'all don't have no problems." Yeah. And you got to remember that's the same rhetoric we got when we were kids from the adults that was on top of us. They would say the same thing. Y'all generation got it easy. Back in my day, we
had to walk 20 miles to school.
We had to walk to school and this, that, and third. But if you go back and remember, that was a tough time for all of us. Right. And we had problems. So, it's very easy to kind of assume that, the kids don't have no issues and they straight, when in reality, they not. They have a lot of issues. And this time is a very different time. I was riding in the car the other day and I was telling my parents, I was like, we're in the front of history. Like, people don't really conceptualize that, but we're in the front of history. Like, nobody has been as far as we are right now, because we right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we making history every day. There's nobody who's more ahead of us. If you're alive, you're in the front of history. Right. Period. So it's like, we got to understand that we don't know everything about the childhood and what they're going through right now. Right. We need to be question seekers, because with their experience, we never experienced. The pain that they going through or the issues they going through is not common to us. And so if we can remove our pride and kind of humble ourselves as humans and go to these future adults, instead of looking at them like kids, these future adults who's going to conceptualize the pain that we giving them one day, or the instruction, you know what I'm saying? If we can go to them with that kind of respect as future adults and say, what are you going through right now? We could reach them on a different level. You know what I'm saying?
I like how you said that, because, bro, honestly, I kind of like took that approach with my boy. Right. Because I felt it slipping. And then it was so amazing when I looked in the mirror, because I was like, oh, snap. Like, I really could have took the wrong path. It's that simple with parenting. Right. Like, some people don't take it that seriously, but they should. Right. Because if you take your child down the wrong road, man, it's amazing how they might have to backtrack 3, 4, 5 different turns just to understand what it is that you put them in. Right, you know what I mean? Right. So with my boy, I decided, okay, what we used to be on ain't working. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got deeper into the games. They was already in the games, but they went to another level with the gameplay, bro. Right. It became almost like some cult, like, if they was on Fortnite before, Fortnite went to astronomical levels, boy, during COVID.
Right.
And then even my boy with this Naruto game, he like, my boy like to get into the fighting stuff too. He got so deep in it, it would be times where I spoke to him, bro, and it's like he don't even hear me or something, you know what I'm saying? And so I said, okay, I got to figure out something. So I want to offer this advice up to any other parents, including yourself, that may be going through some stuff. My son, I started encouraging him with it. Instead of going against the grain, I said, okay, all right, nigga. I ain't your age. I ain't 14. So I don't know what you own, bro. Like, I think I'm 35, bro. I don't even know. I remember a little bit, but it's different, So I said, all right, son. I played a couple of the games. I started to understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? He get into the anime. I rock with the anime too. So that keep us. You got to somehow walk on that plank with them. You got to somehow find a way to get with your child. I don't give a damn if you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, guess what he did? He saw me trying to make a little difference, do a little something. He then created a channel now on YouTube where he playing these games and helping cats with unlocking codes. And so I said, you know what? Even when it look a little dark, it's always a way you can kind of turn it back on with your kids, man. Like, we be acting like our kids the fucking parents. Not us, but it be people acting like it.
Well, it's
like their kids the parents, bro.
Sometimes we all fall short, but I say it like this. What you said is genius, really. And it's, I know you understand it, but I hope everybody understands, like, what you said. And what you said is the defining attribute of an outstanding parent, and it's this: your child has a genius. You understand? I don't give what you think your child is. Your child got it. My son been on IEP for years. I just pulled him off of IEP.
Okay. And what is that?
So it's an individual education plan. I'm a teacher. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, I heard of that.
And then in the conference meeting, I had to tell him, like, I made a mistake. You understand? I made a mistake. Out of fear, you know what I'm saying? I gave him this plan as a security for him. And what I really did was create a weapon against him. And he was good. He didn't need me to feel sorry for him. You know what I'm saying? He needed me to help him, maybe give him extra hours, but he didn't need my sympathy. He didn't need my pity. You understand? And my pity turned into a crutch for him. And I seen this kid go from being this outstanding kid to really bucking the system. And
wow.
And it took a while, but finally, like you, I opened my eyes and say, why the fuck am I fighting this kid? Like if I fight him and I drown him, it's gonna save him. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like he's in the water and I'm fighting him. Like, that's going to help him. The first thing is common ground before any resolution begins. So before you could be a good parent, you gotta gotta humble yourself and say, what is this kid trying to accomplish? Why is he trying to accomplish it? And how can I help him get where he's trying to go? Because he's not gonna go where, it's not a dog you lead, and I can't just pull a leash and he follow. He wants to go somewhere. I got to figure out how to journey him to where he wants to go. That's why it's called a guide.
And had a discernment, my brother, to know that if the place he going ain't gonna end well, I got to do all I can to try to guide him to another place.
Facts, bro.
And we got to get creative with it, bro. Like, we got to get creative with it. Like the same old stuff your granddaddy did ain't gonna work today in 2020. Right. The same stuff that your daddy did ain't gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Though? I mean, your boy.
The memory, right? The kind of listen. Law school, right? One of my favorite professors, Zisk. She teaches torts, right? So one of my favorite things, she likes to challenge. Well, maybe, but maybe not. Maybe it's the same rule, and it's the same rule. I don't think it changes. I think that this is exactly the same as it's been from the dawn of time. And that is, a good parent is one that listens, you know what I'm saying, with a heart, a love, and learns with the temper his anger, right? And the focus on what is the best interest of the child, to put himself aside and say, what am I doing to bring this kid into his best self? And once you do that, like, it changes everything.
That's real parenting.
From this situation, when I took him off this thing, Cutter, listen to me now. This boy has been in the 10th percentile, except for 1 year.
Wow.
1 year, he was in the 45th, which is, you want kids at 50, but he was in the 45th. You know what the year that was? He was in my class.
Wow.
The 1 year I taught him, He was up 37 more points on the map. Now that's not unheard of because I've done that to a lot of kids. But here's the powerful thing: I missed the in all of my teaching. I missed the lesson.
Okay.
He saw me in greatness and saw that for himself. Okay. That's what brought the 45. It had nothing to do with the hell I was saying out my mouth. Wow. It's about what I was saying to his spirit. I gave him this goddamn IEP. And that told him he was dumb, and he ain't never excelled since. And so we as parents got to be very careful of the ceilings that we place on our children with words, and it's powerful. We got to watch how we talk to them, watch how we walk with them, because we're really dealing with the future, and that's nothing to take lightly.
And for those who need help, you know, Rich Dad Poor Dad, shout out my dog Willie Walker. You know what I'm saying? He told me about this book, you know, and a lot of my homeboys didn't have fathers, right? Right. And so they might have had a stepfather, you know, mom had a boyfriend, something like that. But, you know, I had a real father. Right. And so it made me sometimes think, oh, I just follow what my daddy did. I don't need to read nothing. But I actually started, hey, look, and that's what a lot of us do. Hey, don't get me wrong now. Boy, your daddy real. And the stuff he did is real now. You got to keep that in your pocket. Right. But for extreme situations or situations you don't know how to handle, you gotta use outside references or you know, or something else you trust. Rich Dad Poor Dad, man, the whole mindset behind this whole situation is that if I tell my child no, am I really making them better? You know what I'm saying? If I just always tell them no, we can't do that, you know, it's something like putting negativity in their soul, man. Like, you ever seen a daddy that's, oh no, that costs too much. You know, we'll never have that. Oh, we ain't gonna pay that much for no PS5, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Rich Dad has the mentality of, sure, we'll get it, son. Are you willing to work for it? Mm-hmm. What are you willing to do to get it? Mm-hmm. If something like that costs this much, how could we get to the point where, you know, say, you keep that weed though. Right. How could we involvement? I'm instantly trying to create some type of fire in my child that teaches them to work towards the goals they want.
Accountability.
You see what I'm saying? And then accountability, which will get you everywhere you want to be in life. A person that don't have no accountability just don't give a fuck.
You know what it is? It's accountability versus deniability. Right? Okay. Teach your kids to be accountable and not deniable. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like that's their mindset. But you know what?
Poor dad, bro.
When you look at like billionaire lists, right? One of the things they always talk about is like every billionaire reads whatever 5 books a week, whatever. Right? So and listen, people think like, well, what are they reading that's giving them the knowledge, right? That's where you lose at. It's not that you read something, right? It's that if you're the type of person who would invest that amount of time to better yourself, then think about the character of that person. What is he producing? What is the seeds of that thought process? It's the thought process. The type of person that would sit down and invest in themselves that amount of time a week is going to be a successful person. Because look at what they're invested in. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what you're reading. It's about the fact that it's about who you are and about what that says about your thought process. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between Rich Dad Poor Dad. Somebody could sit in poverty and be like, well, I'm in poverty, so I'm going to work my way out.
Right.
How? So you're in poverty, you're working Huddle House for 50 years, and you're gonna escape? No, you're gonna be in poverty. That's your mentality. Like it's a panic. You gotta
reaction. Get out of poverty up here.
There you go. It's a mindset. You gotta understand why. Everybody gets to the what. What do you want to be? I want to be rich. What do you want to be? I want to be famous. Why?
These don't even be noticed, bro. When I was substituting, I did you know, when you were substitute real quick. We a substitute, they give you the bullshit work. Right. Like they leave you stacks of papers, you know what I'm saying? I was at Better Creek High School. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was on this kick like, all right, I'm gonna jump in the system and then I'm gonna fix it from the inside out. Right. You know, I nigga think he's Superman, you know? Hey, nigga think he's gonna do it with no team, no nothing.
I'm gonna fix everything.
One child at a time.
Right.
Cuz. Hey, I'm up in here. Right. I'm like, oh, first of all, I didn't even know how school had changed. It wasn't no books in the classroom.
Right.
I'm asking them something, them niggas Googling real quick.
Right.
Hey, they done got the answer back soon. I'm like, oh yeah, you get a treat. Right. Next thing you know, everybody Googling, everybody got the right answer. I didn't even know they was Googling the answers and popping them off to me, bro. Right. But anyway, I digress. With the whole situation there, I started to put some stuff together. And then I said, oh my God, bro, like the gap that we got is immense. Right. The gap that we got between the youth is immense, and we think that we really keeping up, but we ain't keeping up.
Dog.
Them boys light years ahead.
The first day I
light years ahead.
flew into action with my cape, put my cape on, black male educator. I zoomed on in.
I'm finna do this.
Willie Terrell, black male educator. Kid looked at me and said, Mr. Terrell, I don't like you.
Damn, bro.
You a bitch.
I'm for top. You see, hey, and these niggas, hey.
But listen, I done flew on my cape to save your little black ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make education better for you. And off the top, I don't like
and he need the most love. That's the bad part.
That's the sad part.
The sad part.
And guess what? I had to give it to him. Of course, undoubtedly, you know how the story goes. Say my favorite student. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I
take him in the bathroom, have a one-on-one talk. Listen, Cutter, listen. Had to let the boys know, you ain't crazy as me, boy. Listen. I beat your daddy up, so I ain't really got no power to put my hands on you. Don't do that to me, dog.
Whoa! Hey, but when you tell a nigga I beat your daddy up, but he got to get right.
Like, what this boy?
But he got to get right,
boy. Again like that, I got to do something to you, little boy.
Bro, listen,
now
they was rushing the dough. They supposed to get out like 2:40 or something. Like, I don't remember. 3:30, I don't remember. But they rushing the door, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the front of the door now. Right. Keep my, this high school now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't the biggest nigga in the world. And I'm short. Right. I got a lot of heart, though. I'm going to fight my way out this pit. Hey.
They rushing the door?
The biggest one in the class, you know it'd be the biggest. You know it'd be the biggest one, too. Right. Biggest one in the class came to me, to the front. Because I'm telling them, yo, Mr. Burnston already hit me like, hey, you be letting them out early. And I'm like, shit, they trying to get to the bus. They got to remember how it felt to be in that position.
Right.
I'm like, y'all can't leave out of here, man. I gotta keep straight. You know what I'm saying? I respect Mr. Burns, man. That's my dog.
All right. Burns. Shout out to Burns.
Shout out to Burns, man. That's my dog, man. That's a tough dude.
Yeah.
People don't really understand Burns, but we will get into that one day. So, don't you know my man said, hey, you know what I'm saying? He was taller than me now. He said, hey, you lucky we don't run you over. That's what we did to the last one. Man, listen, bro. Keep in mind, I done been substituting already for like a month.
How did it make you feel when he said it, though?
Let me tell you something. I'm coming with it, my nigga. I done been substituting for like a month. So I know some cats. Hey, I done got me a couple of, I got some Spanish kids that I'm rocking with. I got some white kids. One of my white children, you feel me? One of my white children, you know, Brad or something was in the class. This like typing or something. Bruh. They put me in everything in the school, nigga. I've been teaching chorus. I've been the band learner. I've been in social studies, English. Bro, they had me multi-purpose. Once they figure out I can shake a little something, they were like, oh, this nigga here. Oh, yeah, we gonna use him. Right. So anyway, bro, I'm at the front. Cuz said, you lucky we don't run you over. That's what we did to the last one. Bro, I don't know what happened. I was peaceful. Right. I was zen. I came in a zen. I'm finna do this. God rock with me.
You was zen until he said it?
Man, I said, man, little nigga, I don't know what the fuck you talking to, nigga. But if you don't sit your ass back in there, bitch, hey, it about to go down, nigga. Hey, you understand? Hey, listen, cuz that shit was so